Assalamu alaikum friends, how are you all? So in this video I am going to explain you the fourth Quranic passage, which is Surah Shura, Surah number 42, and the ayats that will be covered are ayat 4 and ayat 5. So let's begin with the main theme. Surah Shura is a Makki surah. These verses of the Surah Shura discuss the main theme of Allah in Himself, which is Allah's power, majesty, and His ultimate authority over all that exists in this universe. So, as I've told you, the proper format of attempting this whenever a question comes. So, first we are going to tell which passage is it. So, the passage is taken from Surah Shura, verse 4 till 5, and then you are going to mention whether it's a Makki surah or a Madni surah. So this passage is basically from a Makki surah. Okay, then you are going to answer what is the theme that is discussed in this passage. So this passage explains the main theme, which is Allah in Himself, or you can say believe in oneness of Allah, that is Allah Ta'ala एक है and उसके अलावा कोई नहीं, ठीक है, which is the fundamental belief of all Muslims known as Tawheed. Okay, and it's the whole power of Allah Ta'ala, that He is running this whole universe, the whole earth, the heavens, the entire universe, and it's the only authority of Allah Ta'ala. Second, it states Allah's majesty is so much that the heavens tremble and are almost ready to burst by His glory. Everything in the universe acknowledges His power and supremacy by praising Him. So it means that जो जन्नत है, ठीक है, it is going to burst one day because Allah Ta'ala की इतनी power है, इतनी Allah Ta'ala की authority है, इतनी Allah Ta'ala की सुपरमेसी है, इतनी अल्लाह ताला की जो है पावर्स हैं कि जो जन्नत है वो उसको बयान करते करते जो है वो फट जाएगी. लाइक इट्स अनलिमिटेड, इट इज़ बियॉन्ड अ लिमिट. दुनिया में इस पूरे यूनिवर्स में जो भी चीज़ें हैं, वेदर इट्स ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, वेदर इट्स एंजल्स, इंसेक्ट्स, एनिमल्स, प्लैनेट्स, ट्रीज़, ये सब की सब जो है वो अल्लाह ताला को प्रेज़ करते हैं, अल्लाह ताला को मानते हैं और उसकी जो पावर है, उसकी जो अथॉरिटी है, उसको एक्नॉलेज करते हैं. It further discusses that angels always glorify God's attributes of forgiveness and mercifulness for those who repent and request Him for their forgiveness. The Quran says none can change His words and none will find you as a refuge other than Him. This verse refers to the fact that Allah should be only called upon for forgiveness. It means that Allah Ta'ala is the one and only जो कि सबसे ज़्यादा पावर रखता है to forgive someone, चाहे वो छोटी से छोटी मिस्टेक क्यों ना हो या चाहे वो बड़ी से बड़ी मिस्टेक क्यों ना, other than which is a sin. For instance, if someone is attempting shirk, so it's a sin and it's not forgivable, ठीक है. But other things, other small acts that are small can be forgiven only if the person who is attempting those sins seek forgiveness in front of Allah Ta'ala. Further, कुरान की इस वर्स में भी यही बताया गया है कि सिर्फ़ और सिर्फ अल्लाह ताला ही है जिसके पास हम जाके जो है अपने गुनाहों की माफ़ी मांग सकते हैं, और सिर्फ़ अल्लाह ताला ही है जो कि माफ़ कर सकता है, ठीक है. देयर इज़ नो अदर पर्सन जो कि इतना पावर रखता है कि हमारी छोटी से छोटी गलती को माफ़ कर सके. बिकॉज यू कैन सी नाउ डेज के देयर आर ह्यूमन बींग्स जो कि दूसरों की गलती को उछालते हैं इंस्टेड के उसको माफ़ करें, ठीक है. दे taunt him, tease him that you have done this wrong, you have done this wrong. In fact, what do they do उस गलती को दूसरों के सामने लाया जाता है और सबके सामने बेइज्जती करी जाती है. ठीक है, तो दिस इज़ अ वेरी wrongful थिंग दैट human beings do. So, human beings should adopt the attribute of forgiving from Allah Almighty. Now, the significance or the importance of this passage in the daily lives of Muslims can be understood by the fact that it focuses on Tawheed with a respect to God's power to punish or His mercy to forgive mankind. We should not associate partners with God, as this would invite God's anger. In their daily lives, Muslims need to give rights of Allah and the rights of human beings. So, as you know that this passage focuses on oneness of Allah, Tawheed, Shahada, or Allah and Himself. Okay, so we should not associate partners with Allah Ta'ala because it is that sin that is not forgivable. Okay, so we should not do shirk or we should not associate partners with Allah, or else it would invite Allah Ta'ala's angerness. Okay, and if Allah Ta'ala becomes angry with us, then we won't excel in our lives. In fact, in the hereafter as well. So, we should focus on Tawheed plus the concept of forgiving and the concept of punishment is also linked. That it's only Allah Ta'ala who knows which person needs to be forgiven and which person needs not to be forgiven and needs to be punished. बिकॉज कुछ मिस्टेक्स, कुछ सिंस ऐसे होते हैं जिनकी जो है वो माफ़ी नहीं होती है. ठीक है, या जिनकी माफ़ी आसानी से नहीं मिलती है. ठीक है, तो उसके लिए जो है the person needs to beg in front of Allah Ta'ala again and again to seek forgiveness. Plus, there are certain rights that other people have. For instance, अल्लाह ताला की कुछ राइट्स हैं जो कि मुसलमानों को पूरे करने चाहिए. लाइक वी नीड टू attempt all 5 pillars of Islam, which is belief in oneness of Allah, the namaz, the roza, and if you are capable and if you are wealthy, so you have to perform hajj, plus zakat, that you have to share your wealth with the needy ones. Okay, so Allah Ta'ala has certain rights which Muslims need to fulfill. Plus, there are certain rights of other people upon you. For instance, you have certain rights of neighbors. Okay, you should mingle with them in their happiness. You should mingle with them when they are sad. You should seek. You should help them if they need your help. You should help them if in fact if they are needy, you should help them out. Okay, so there are certain rights with other people have, and you need to fulfill those. Like there are certain rights of parents upon you. You should not be rude to them. You should care for them in their old ages. Second, they need to show humbleness like angels, which despite having magnificent power to dispose different affairs, but they fear Allah and seek His mercy day and night. Muslims should not be pessimists in difficulties, and they must trust in Allah who would help them in all their problems. They should try to be forgiving to others as a sign of being grateful to Allah for His mercy and forgiveness. So it states that जो एंजल्स, जो अल्लाह ताला ने एंजल्स बनाए हैं, ठीक है, वो तक अल्लाह ताला से डरते हैं. ठीक है, और सिर्फ अल्लाह ताला की फॉरगिवनेस हासिल करना चाहते हैं बिकॉज दे आर सो प्योर, दे हैव नॉट कमिटेड सिन, बट स्टिल दे आर in great need of having forgiveness from Allah Ta'ala. So they seek His forgiveness day and night. They have such powers, but still, they seek forgiveness from Allah Ta'ala. So इस पॉइंट को मैं कुछ आपको इस तरीके से एक्सप्लेन करूँ फ्रॉम द वाक़या मिराज. ठीक है, कि जब हुज़ूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम हज़रत जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ आसमानों की सैर पे गए थे. ठीक है, तो एक मकाम था विच इज़ नोन एज सिदरतुल मुंतहा. ठीक है, तो वो ऐसा मकाम था जहाँ अल्लाह ताला थे. ठीक है, तो हज़रत जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलाम स्टॉप्ड there, and he said, Huzur sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I cannot move further or else मेरे पर जल जाएंगे. अगर हज़रत जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलाम के पास कितनी पावर थी, वो आराम से होता तो आगे चले जाते, बट ही नोज़ कि अल्लाह ताला ने उनको उनकी पावर्स को लिमिट रखा है. अगर वो आगे बढ़ेंगे तो उनके पर जल जाएंगे. सो होली प्रॉफिट सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम वेंट टू मीट अल्लाह ताला अलोन. ठीक है, इतनी बड़ी बात थी कि हज़रत जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलाम जिन्होंने पूरा कुरान जो है वो सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के ऊपर नाजिल किया, ठीक है, लेकिन उनको पता है कि उनकी क्या लिमिटेशंस हैं. ठीक है, क्योंकि वो अल्लाह ताला से डरते थे. तो जब फ़रिश्ते अल्लाह ताला से डरते हैं, ठीक है, तो हम मुसलमानों को भी अल्लाह ताला से डरना चाहिए. वी शुड नो कि वट एवर वी डू खुल के, लाइक in front of everybody, and whatever we do when we are alone, it's not hidden from Allah Ta'ala. Plus, it states that we should not be pessimist. It means that हमें डरना नहीं चाहिए मुश्किलात में. We should be optimistic and we should seek help from Allah Ta'ala, because it's only Allah Ta'ala who can solve our problems. Because आजमाइशें अल्लाह ताला की तरफ से आती हैं, एंड वंस वी सीक फॉरगिवनेस फ्रॉम हिम, अल्लाह ताला से मदद लेंगे तो हमारी सारी आजमाइशें, सारी मुश्किलात जो हैं वो हल हो जाएंगी. Then they should try to be forgiving to others as a sign of being grateful to Allah for His mercy and forgiveness. The same thing which I have told you earlier कि हमें अल्लाह ताला के attribute which is forgiving attribute को अपनाना चाहिए, और हमें दूसरों की गलतियाँ जो है वो माफ़ कर देनी चाहिए. So this is basically what is the importance of this surah. So in case if you have any question, any queries, you can approach me on the WhatsApp number. You can access this video on YouTube, and you can approach on Facebook group as well. So keep watching, stay tuned to my channel. See you with another video very soon. Allah Hafiz.